All right, all right, all right. It looks like we are live. I am so sorry for the late start, but technical difficulties here on this Tuesday stream. What is going on, BRI-HIVE? How has your Tuesday been going? It's so crazy. I feel like we stream twice. We stream twice a week. When you get to Tuesday, you feel like the week's halfway over, and then all of a sudden we're streaming on Thursday and the week is like over. So it's always crazy to me getting on these live streams. I did not think I was gonna make it today because it has just been a super, super busy day. But how is the BRI-HIVE doing? How was your day at work? If you didn't go to work, how was your day in general? For those of you that are new to the channel, I am Boss Attorney Bri, and I am a licensed California attorney where I practice trademark law and family law. And for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know that family law has been kicking my butt lately, but we do have some good news to talk about regarding family law today. And also going back into my introduction, because I definitely just got all the way sidetracked. On this channel, we cover trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and other celebrity lawsuits. Today, we are going to be covering celebrity, trademark, and copyright lawsuits. So we are covering the whole shebang here today. We're doing celebrities, we're doing trademark, and doing copyrights. Let me know if you guys have heard of these cases. I'm going to go ahead and drop in the chat which case you want to cover first. There's two different options. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it as a poll here on the YouTubes here. For those of you watching live, you get to vote. For those of you watching on the replay, it's okay. You can vote in your head and see which one you think that we're going to pick. So which case do you guys want to cover first? My keyboard is in a super awkward position. Cover first. And so we have two options, like I stated earlier. And you might have a little bit of a hint by the title and the thumbnail. We're going to be covering Taylor Swift's Shake It Off copyright lawsuit. We have covered this before on this channel, but it's still going on. And so they're moving to dismiss again. And we're actually going to look into what Taylor Swift has to say about why she does not think that this should be a copyright lawsuit. In other words, it's her song. She didn't copy them. We're going to be looking into that. The other option is a trademark lawsuit. And you know we love trademark lawsuits over here. And it's actually for the Black Mafia Family, BMF. I don't know if you guys have watched that show on, what is it, on Stars? Yeah, it's on Stars. If you watch this, basically one of 50 Cent's produced shows where they're basically being the Black Mafia Family. And they're being sued for trademark infringement. So we're going to go into the amended complaint because two complaints have been filed on that one. And then we're going to look at the motion to dismiss as well. So I am running my mouth, but let's see. We're going to do BMF, Black Mafia Family, or Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. I'm going to put TS, Shake It Off. So let me know which case you guys want to cover first. I didn't put a neutral answer, so go ahead and drop in the comment section about the neutral answer. So let me know where you guys are watching from. I haven't done that in a while. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know how you found my channel, or you can do both answers or just one if you feel like it. Okay, let's see who is in the live stream today. Today has been rough, so I'm sorry if my intro is all over the place. We have Tanya D saying, good evening, Bri and BRI-HIVE. I told you guys I was running late, and Tanya says, okay. Tanya, a moderator and member of the channel, always here supporting us live. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel and a moderator, helping keep out the craziness in the chat. Tanya says, today has been a long day. Feels like it should be Wednesday already. I feel like it is Wednesday. You know what? I feel like it's Friday. I'm ready for the week to be over. Like I said, my law firm has been kicking my butt. I have been trying to hire people to help me out in keeping up with all the cases that I have and all the nonsense that comes with of being an attorney, you know? And so it has been a super long week for me in that. And it has also been a super long week for me, even though it's only the second day of the work week, in getting some things accomplished. So I'm going to go ahead and announce some cool things. Guess in the chat, if you guys were here live last week, you might know what I'm talking about. So if you have an inkling of what I'm talking about, what I'm alluding to, what has been good for me this week, go ahead and drop it in the chat what you think it is. We have my father's son saying, hey, Miss Bri in chat. Hello, welcome back to the live stream. We have Cami MC saying from California. Oh, welcome, a fellow Californian. We have Pamela Caldwell saying Central Indiana. I think that's the first time I've seen someone comment from Indiana saying that they were watching in Indiana. So welcome to the live stream. We have Sincerely ... saying hi from South Carolina. Welcome to the live stream. I think we got a couple of people from South Carolina. And then we have Amanda saying, hey, BRI-HIVE, it has been a long day and I'm ready for the sheet and pillowcase show, as my grandfather used to call bedtime. I'm still in Alaska. Okay. Is it light or dark over there right now? I always find that very interesting that sometimes that it stays daytime for 6 months and then nighttime for 6 months. But yes, I can feel you on the going to sleep, but I actually have a date after this because of my good news. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and share it. Everyone saying hi. Hi, M is from North Carolina. Okay. Are North Carolina and South Carolina, are you guys feuding or do you guys generally get along? Because I know sometimes when there's a double, I guess not double states, but states with the same main part of their name, North, South, West, and regular Virginia, you know, not Virginia. Is it West Virginia? I don't know. Let me not get into geography. You know, I'm not good at geography, but do you guys typically get along with the South Carolina and the North Carolinas? Okay. Mamie Joe says, hi from North Carolina. First time I've caught a live. Well, welcome to the live stream. I'm super happy to have you here. We like to have fun over here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into what's going to happen. So the cases in just a moment, but I don't see anyone commenting what may be my good news here. Okay, we have Dasby saying they beefing, LOL. Just kidding. I don't know. I would assume that you beef. M says we're cool, but night and day. I'm in Charlotte, right by South Carolina. Okay, and it's different, just crossing over the border, huh? Sincerely ... says I live in the upstate, so I go to North Carolina frequently. We cool. All right, Dabs Beats, we are not beefing here. We were hoping for some beef, but we're not beefing here. We'll have enough beef in our lawsuits, right? Amanda says it's rainy, but still is light. Sun goes down around 9 at the moment. Oh, I thought it just stayed light the entire time. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong place, but I thought it literally stayed light the whole time and then dark the whole 6 months. So interesting facts. Interesting to know. Dasby said they shoot at each other at the borderlines. I don't think so. They said they cool. It's no beef with the Carolinas. Okay. So the good news that I have today, for those of you that were watching last week, you know, I kept talking about, I have a trial coming up, blah, blah, blah. I actually won the trial for the most part. We were able to get the arrangement that my client wanted. And she's pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. It was a great time. The trial went very, very well. So I'm super, super excited about that trial, and might have I do have some more trials coming up actually on different issues, but more trials coming up in the same court. So that was a great way to, well, honestly, I didn't get to celebrate it over the weekend because the judge did not make the decision until today. So I found out today that I won the trial. So I'm super, super excited about that. And we get to cover some more cases of people that are on their way to trial. So let's see what they have going on. LM says there's an amusement park at the border. Dasby says congrats, thank you so much. Tiny D said congrats on the win, thank you so much. And M says congrats. Yes, thank you guys. It was a long weekend. My client like messaged me yesterday. I was like, oh, did you hear anything yet? Did you hear anything? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard anything. And then so today we got the news and she's pretty happy. So I'm pretty happy. Ways to stay happy, right? So congrats on the BRI-HIVE winning the trial. I don't think the other party is going to be very happy, but it is what it is. Right. Okay, let's see if we got some people voting here. We have, okay, y'all don't care about the Black Mafia family. All right, so I said, what case do you guys want to hear first? A lot of people voted for the Shake It Off. We have 83% for Shake It Off, and we have 17% for the Black Mafia family. So we're doing copyright first. So let's see what's going on there in just a moment. We have Amanda saying, not quite like that. I am on the peninsula, so at the longest part of summer, we have about 20 hours of daylight. Only lasts a few days in the winter. We have about 5 to 6 hours of daylight. Oh, cool. I thought it was light and dark the whole time. So thank you for educating me on that. I will not go to Alaska hoping that it's dark the whole time or light the whole time, because now I know. That is what's so great about being on the internet and talking to people in different parts of the world. Okay, let's check out this case. We're doing Taylor Swift first. So what is going on with Taylor Swift? We're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the there was a lot of things filed within the last couple of days, so I'm trying to figure out which way we want to go first. Let's go ahead and look at the partial summary judgment and see why they are actually saying that part of the case is actually being dismissed. So let's check it out. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so who do we have here? We have Sean Hall, who is suing Sean Hall and some other person that I can't think of their name right now, is suing Taylor Swift and other parts of the music industry that helped her produce the song for copyright infringement. So what is copyright infringement in the first place? But copyright infringement, you get a copyright for original works that you put in a tangible medium, and the tangible medium can really be whatever. So you can put it on a CD, you could put it in a PDF. You just make something and it has to be accessible by other people, I guess. I think I can say it that way. And so basically the song is what you would have a copyright for. You can have the copyright for the composition. You can have a copyright for the lyrics. And so in this instance, this is for, I believe, just the lyrics only. And this Sean Hall and the other guy is suing Taylor Swift for Shake It Off. For those of you that do not know the song, it's like the song that goes, the haters gonna hate. Don't judge my singing. I can't sing. Questionable as to whether Taylor Swift can sing, but who cares about that right now? Okay, so it's like the haters gonna hate. The player's gonna play. I may be saying that out of order. Okay, and then the person that wrote the song, player hate, by who is that by? Is it by 3LW? I forget who is it by, but it's I don't want to sing that song. I can't sing that song right now because I can't think of the. Let's just pull up the lyrics. How about we pull up the lyrics and I can tell you exactly what the song is if I pull up the lyrics. So let's go to Taylor Swift. Shake It Off. All right, let's see. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off lyrics. Let's go lyrics. Okay, so Taylor Swift, where did it go? Let me share it with the peeps. Let's see. Okay, it goes cause the player's gonna play, and the hater's gonna hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake. I shake it off. Hoo. Yeah, it does that. Sorry for the singing, people. Okay, and then the other one is, let's see if I don't get a copyright strike this time since I sung it myself. It's transformative. Yeah, that Megan Thee Stallion one that we played last week got a copyright claim on it, which I need to contest. but it's just annoying. So I have to sing. I have to resort to singing for you guys, or I'm going to get copyright claimed, right? Okay, so which one other song? Player Hate? I forget who it's by. I'm gonna have to look at the complaint. Let's see. Is it called Player Hates? Lyrics? What is it called? Talk is cheap. I don't hear sound. Let them talk, talk, talk. While I walk, walk, walk. The more you speak, the less they listen. Is this the song? No, this is not the song. This is not the song. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at who it's from, but I think you guys might know what the song is. But anyways, they're suing Taylor Swift. I'm sorry I got so distracted in that, but they're suing Taylor Swift for that song, basically saying that they copied the rhythm and the lyrics of the song. This is to go ahead and move for a motion to dismiss, or basically a summary judgment for failure to state a claim. And these are the reasons why this partial summary judgment is brought under federal Civil Procedure Rule 56. They basically say that defendant Universal Music Group has no rights or interest in the allegedly infringing work and has not reproduced it, prepared derivative works based upon it, or publicly distributed, performed, or displayed it. Basically saying that this person was not, or not this person, but this company, Universal Music Group, was not involved in the production of the song. Then they go on to say that plaintiff Sean Hall assigned away all but 16.2 or 16 and 2/3%, and plaintiff Nathan Butler assigned away 25% or everything but 25% of the alleged musical composition of the copyright. So they can only really recover 41.66% of any money that they are to win, or any judgment that they are to win, because basically they sold that song to, I cannot think of who sings the other song, but they sold that to them, so they would actually have partial of the copyright rights. And so they're moving to dismiss it, or they're asking for summary judgment on this part of it, because they basically think they should not be entitled to the full amount, since they actually do not own the full amount of the song. So that's the purpose of this partial summary judgment. Then we have a motion for summary judgment. And this is the second one, because remember, we covered the first one on this channel months ago. So now the plaintiffs have brought an amended complaint, and Taylor Swift's side is still saying, hey, there is no copyright infringement, because basically I own the song because I wrote the song. So let's check out what just kind of the main parts of what they're arguing. We're not going to go through the whole thing, because we already went through something similar on this channel before, which was the first motion to dismiss. So let's see what it says here. Oh, let's get to some chats real quick. Pamela says she's happy for me. Well, thank you very much. I am excited as well. Tiny D said, make sure you do the YouTube things and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Exactly, if you haven't already. Dasby says, karaoke time. Yes, I am embarrassed that I just sung on YouTube. Dasby says, you hit that first note though. I gotta stay off the internet. I got to stay off the internet. Carla says, hi, Bri and everyone. Hello and welcome to the live stream. And Tanya also says hi to Carla. Nice to have you here. Okay, we're gonna check out what is, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I really just sung on YouTube. Gotta cut it out. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. What are they asking for summary judgment for this time? These are the facts. Defendant's motion for summary judgment should be granted because they give us the standards of the applicable law. Plaintiffs do not own the claim they assert in this action, which is part of that 41%. They only really own 41%. So whatever, if they are found to be liable for copyright infringement, they will only be entitled to that 41.66%. And then they go in to argue about how authors may assign the rights to sue for copyright infringement. They go on to say Mr. Hall assigned to Famous Music all of his rights to sue for infringement of the player's copyright. Okay, that might give me a hint of what the song is called. I am easily distracted. Players. Oh, I heard something moving in my living room, and I don't like that. Something probably just fell over. Okay. Nope, that's still not the song. So, okay, get over it, Brianna. You can't find it. Okay. So, they go on to say that he gave up with all his rights to the song. And then they go on to say that Mr. Butler also assigned his music publisher all his rights to the sue under the player's copyright, which again, that's meaning that they're only entitled to that 41%. They go on to also state why this should be dismissed under summary judgment because the evidence does not raise a genuine dispute of copying. They go on to say, Players and Shake It Off are not strikingly similar, which to me, the songs, when you listen to them as a whole, they're not strikingly similar. But that little rhythm of the haters gonna hate, that is similar. Could be considered sampled, but a little bit different, right? Go on to say the Shake It Off songwriters did not have access to Players. That is an interesting argument. I think I want to explore that one a little bit deeper. You guys gonna have access to it? Okay. They go on to say no chain of events support access. Plaintiff's theory to access through wide dissemination also fails. Yeah, I'm gonna want to look into C. I'm gonna look into C. Okay. Plaintiff also cannot avoid the fair use doctrine. They're probably trying to say it's that part of it is not unique. And then the purpose and character of use, Shake It Off's use of player and hater phrases is transformative. I thought that you said that it wasn't that you didn't have access to it, so you didn't copy it. So how could you say it's transformative? You can only transform it if you knew it existed at the time. I don't know if I like that argument, Taylor Swift. Shake It Off's use is not primarily commercial. You make money off of the song. So I would like to see what those arguments are. The nature of plaintiff's copyrighted work, the amount of substantiality in the portion used, the effect on the market for the value of plaintiff's work. I might look into the factors as well. So we're going to go down to C because that was the thing that stood out the most to me. As far as this goes, let's see. Okay. That's Taylor Swift song. I'm still trying to find the lyrics, y'all. I won't give up. I might give up. Okay. Where are we at? Where's C? Do. All right. Signed the rights away. Okay. It's going to be right in here. All right. So we are there. All right. So, see, the evidence does not raise a genuine dispute as to copying. As an independent ground for summary judgment, plaintiffs cannot raise a genuine dispute as to whether copying occurred. Absent copying, there can be no infringement of copyright regardless of the extent of similarities between the parties. In addition to other requirements, a plaintiff must prove that a defendant copied the work. Copying is proven circumstantially by evidence of either striking similarity or access plus substantial similarities between the defendants and the plaintiff's work that are probative of copying. Plaintiff failed to raise a genuine dispute under this theory. So they go on to say Players and Shake It Off are not strikingly similar. To show a striking similarity between works, a plaintiff must produce evidence that the accused work could not possibly have been a result of independent creation. In other words, as a matter of logic, the only explanation for the similarities between the works must be copying rather than coincidence, independent creation, or prior common source. Oh, I don't know, Taylor Swift. That rhythm... maybe because it's a Black song, so I grew up on it. Maybe Taylor Swift did not grow up on that song, and so she never heard it, but I don't know. Expert testimony is necessary to establish striking similarity in music cases. However, plaintiff's expert concluded only that there could have been copying, so not exact copying, that precludes striking similarity. Experts unequivocal fails to establish striking similarities gathering cases. I guess they'll get more cases. Furthermore, the evidence shows copying is not even the likely explanation for Shake It Off's inclusion of the tautologies or players play and haters hate phrases. It is undisputed that the tautologies are commonplace, including in lyrics facts 375 and or 374 through 375, and that players gonna play and haters gonna hate were commonplace phrases before players. That could be true. That could be true. People probably did say players gonna play and haters gonna hate before the song players came out. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But there these little fact 364 and through 66, these are basically some facts that they presented to the court that they either agreed on or that they're trying to make the court agree on. Indeed, in 2000 and before the release of Players, the recording artist R. Kelly released a song whose lyrics were so close to Players. Players want to play, ballers want to ball, rollers want to roll. The plaintiffs felt R. Kelly had copied them. And importantly, by 2013, and before Shake It Off was created, these phrases were not only part of popular culture, but were heard by Miss Swift in middle school and elsewhere. I thought you didn't have access to the, or I guess you're saying the phrase. You only had access to the phrase. Okay. Miss Swift, Taylor Swift heard this in middle school. Including at the 2013 Country Music Awards, where Eric Church performed his song The Outsiders with the lyrics, the player's gonna play and the hater's gonna hate, and the regulator's born to regulate. Plaintiffs failed to raise a genuine dispute as to striking similarity. And they literally just listed several songs where they have these phrases in. So I see where they're coming from here, but I think the player's gonna, I cannot, like, the Taylor Swift song is so stuck in my head. I cannot think of how the other version goes. I was about to say the black version goes, but I can't think of how it goes. But these ones, they just kind of say it one time. Like, players want to play, ballers want to ball, rollers want to roll. And then this other one, they say it one time. Players gonna play and haters gonna hate, versus players gonna play, haters gonna hate. You know, the other song, and I cannot think of the rhythm now or how the words go, they also say it multiple times. So that's more relevant to me than just saying the statement one time as a common phrase. The Shake It Off songwriters did not have access to players. To prove copying without striking similarities, plaintiff must present evidence of both access and substantial similarities probative of copying, overruled on the grounds of Skidmore. To prove access, a plaintiff must show a reasonable possibility, not merely a bare possibility, that an alleged infringer had a chance to view the protected work. Access may be shown either by establishing a chain of events linking plaintiff's work to the defendant's access, or by two, showing that plaintiff's work has been widely disseminated, which that song is widely disseminated, and she probably heard it in middle school too. But I digress. In either event, access may not be inferred through mere speculation or conjecture. Okay. And so, for those of you that know the song Playa, did you think that they could have come across the song? I definitely recognize the similarity in the song, but it could be my cultural background of why I heard the song and maybe why Taylor Swift did not hear the song. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Okay, it is by 3LW. That's what I thought. I kept thinking it was, I can't keep up. Okay, Mr. CKV says, hey, I just pulled up. How was the trial? Oh, my trial went pretty good. I did win the trial for the most part. And so it was a good day for me. I found out today rather than over the weekend. So that was stressful. Jane says, I think the song Players Gonna Play or something like that. Yeah, it's called Players, and I just can't think of how the wording goes. So actually, I can look up the lyrics now that I've confirmed that it is by 3LW. 3LW. Let's see. We not gonna play it because last time we got a copyright claim, so I gotta figure out a way around that. But they definitely copyright claiming. Okay, it goes the hit maker. Yeah, the player's gonna play. Where's the actual? Okay, maybe they don't say it multiple times. I thought they said it multiple times. Players, they're gonna play. Oh, they're not doing the little. I thought they said it multiple times. Am I tripping? I feel like they said it multiple times, but on here, they're not saying it multiple times. Maybe I need to go listen to it again because I thought they said it multiple times. And the head is gonna hit. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the song some other way. Now I feel like I'm not on the right track now. Did they say it multiple times? I don't know. Okay. I feel confused at this point. Going on. Honey say I won. Dabs B says I want to hear the other song. What's the name of the artist? 3LW says something similar. It's a very common saying. Yes, it is a common saying. So this is about 3LW, the 3LW song. I thought that they said it multiple times, but maybe they didn't. And I haven't listened to the song in a really long time, and I don't want to play it here on live because YouTube will strike me again. Okay, Mr. CKB says Tanya, actually her client Bri and the Hive won. Yes, exactly. Bri and the BRI-HIVE won. Amanda says, okay, back. The dogs were insistent on needing feeding. Yes, you got to feed your dogs. M says they do in the chorus. Yeah, I feel like the undertone of it says it more than once, but on the lyrics I just looked at, it doesn't say it more than once, which makes me want to then go listen to the song, but I can't listen to it here on the YouTubes, or maybe I can just mute it while I listen to it. Maybe I'll do that. Because now I feel confused. Like I don't really know the song. Now I feel like I don't even know the song that I'm trying to comment on. But in my head, they say it multiple times. Okay. I'm about to mute my mic so I can listen to the song real quick and let y'all know. Well, actually, I have to unmute my speakers first. That's the first issue here. Let's go settings, sound. It always connects to my mic, and I don't have earphones in my mic, so I can never hear it. So let me mute one more time to see if they say it multiple times, because I feel like I'm going crazy at this point. All right, I guess they don't say it multiple times. I always thought they said it multiple times, but still, to me, the rhythm in that they're saying it does sound similar to the way that Taylor Swift is saying it. But it could just be the phrase. Who knows? Lee is here in the chat saying, hey to me. Hello there. Welcome to the live stream, sis. Tanya D says, I'm old. 3LW is after my time. Let me look it up. That's I'm like, I remembered it wrong though. I remembered it wrong because Taylor Swift is probably kind of overtook me there. Lee says, hey to the BRI-HIVE. M says you can play like 10 seconds at a time, then talk. I'm not even risking it anymore because that was just tragic. I was like, when that happened, it happened like Friday morning. I was like, oh, I haven't been hit with no copyright, so we must have did good with like cutting the song. And then like literally 10 seconds after I thought about it, I got hit with the copyright claim. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I still need to contest it. Amanda says we are talking about the Taylor Swift song Shake It Off, right? Yes, we're talking about Taylor Swift song Shake It Off, but the song Players, or the person that wrote the song Players by 3LW, is suing them for the similarity in the lyrics and also, I guess, the rhythm as well. So, we're talking about 2 songs because you need 2 songs for the copyright infringement, right? So let's see what else they have to say about it. Where we at here? Okay. So no chain of events supports access. Okay. This is a little long. Okay, we can just do this part. And then we'll get into what Taylor Swift actually had to say. Okay, a chain of events access theory requires evidence of a nexus between a person with a possession of plaintiff's work and the individuals who created the allegedly infringing work. Miss Swift, Max Martin, and Shellback created Shake It Off, and plaintiffs admit that plaintiff did not provide players to any of them and that no one has told plaintiffs that any of them received or heard players. So just because they haven't been provided it personally does not mean they didn't have access to it, because I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift heard that song at the dance at school. Sorry, but maybe not. Mr. Hall does not claim to have said hello to Miss Swift sometime between 2007 and 2011 when she visited a recording studio in which he was present. But there was no mention of players or 3LW. Mr. Hall claims he met Max Martin sometime between 2006 and 2012 when Max Martin visited a recording studio in which Mr. Hall was present. Mr. Hall also claims to have sent him text and an email in 2010, but again, there was no mention of players or 3LW in the recording studio or the text or the emails, which makes sense. So they failed to raise a genuine issue. Plaintiffs also failed to raise a genuine dispute that players was widely disseminated so as to create a reasonable possibility that the creators of Shake It Off had access to it. In most cases, the evidence of widespread dissemination centers on the degree of the work's commercial success and on its distribution through the radio, television, and other relevant mediums, but the evidence will vary from case to case. Plaintiffs contend that the 2001 Players was a hit single, but they do not claim it was a number 1 hit or even a top 10. Let's see. Sufficient evidence of access based on wide dissemination, where allegedly infringed song was number 1 on the Billboard in the United States for 5 weeks and was one of the top 30 hits in England for 7. So basically they're saying you need more time. Nor was Players omnipresent on radio. Plaintiffs apparently contend the song received radio play from April to July 2001 before dropping off in late July, but a song playing on the radio for roughly 3 months does not establish widespread dissemination. As for television, plaintiffs contend only that 3LW Players music video was played on cable show TRL in 2001. They have produced no evidence that, for example, Players was ever incorporated into a movie, television, or commercial soundtrack, and that it was nominated for or won a Grammy. Okay, I get what they're saying. They're basically saying your song was not popular enough to be considered wide dissemination, which is kind of rude, but I mean, I guess you have to prove your case. I heard the song, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not cool, but they're basically saying your song was not cool enough for wide dissemination. Further, dissemination rises to widespread dissemination only if it creates a reasonable possibility that the creator of the defendant's work heard the plaintiff's work. While that reasonable possibility may be shown by evidence that the plaintiff's work saturated a relevant market in which both the plaintiff and defendant participated, that is highly standard. Testimony that plaintiff's song received tons of airplay by Santa Barbara California radio stations and was written about a local newspaper insufficient, where defendants were only in Santa Barbara for 10 days and no evidence they listened to the radio or read the newspaper. These are just kind of citing cases of when it would be insufficient. Here, plaintiffs claim widespread dissemination of plaintiffs is confined to 2001 and falls far short of establishing a reasonable possibility of access by Miss Swift. At the time, she was 11 years old and lived with her parents in Wyomissing Hills. Oh, what an interesting name. Pennsylvania. Her radio listening was confined to country music. Okay, she's going to say she doesn't know the song. Oh, I can't help but feel this is a little bit racist. I can't help but feel it. Okay. She never heard the song because her listening to the radio was confined to country music and her parents did not permit her to watch TRL. So she was sheltered, according to this statement, until several years later. How could she? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to say things on the interwebs. Okay. The two radio stations available in Wyoming Hills in 2001, whose format included R&B pop music such as Players, were not only stations she didn't listen to, but one station never played Players and the other played it only 83 times in all of 2001. She could have heard it once. As a result, plaintiff's weak theory on why dissemination does not extend to Mrs. Swift. They did some research. They went and asked these radio stations, how many times did you play this song back in 2001? I didn't even know they kept track of stuff like that. That's crazy. Nor does plaintiffs claimed widespread dissemination in the U.S. in 2001 support a reasonable possibility. They coming for their heads. Reasonable possibility of access by Max Martin or Shellback. They were born and raised in Sweden and began their music careers in rock and heavy metal bands. While Max Martin was actively producing and writing pop music in Sweden in 2001 for A-list recording artists such as Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, and others, he never listened to pop other than the music he created. Can you really say that you never listened to pop other than the music you created? How can you say that definitively? You didn't hear it just walking. I don't know. Let me go. Let me go on with this. So you wrote for Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys, but you never listened to pop any other time. That sounds a little bit sketch to me, but I digress. He has never subscribed to a red billboard. In 2001, Shellback was only 16 years old and was in a heavy metal band and also lived in Sweden. He did not listen to the radio, did not follow R&B or pop, and did not watch TRL or read Billboard. Plaintiff's weak wide dissemination theory also does not extend to Max Martin or Shellback. Now they came for their heads. They did come for their heads, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of the things that they're saying, maybe because I feel a little bit offended because I know the song. I know I heard it. If it was released in 2001, I was younger than Taylor Swift, and I still remember the song. But I'm guessing her neighborhood was not that culturally diverse, and their radio stations were not that culturally diverse. And the fact that she only listened to country music, she's not that culturally diverse when it comes to music, but for some reason she only listened to country music but decided to become a pop star. Like, where did you get the encouragement to become a pop star? I don't know. It could be true. It could be true, but I'm not like, oh, I never heard pop before I turned 18 years old. I'm not liking it. Okay. Copying is a required element of the claim plaintiffs assert, and their failure to submit evidence creating a genuine dispute as strikingly similar or access as an independent ground for summary judgment. Okay, I think those were the ones that I wanted to cover. I'm not going to go into the factors today. Maybe we'll go into the factors a different day because we do have another case to cover. And like I said, I have a hot date later, so I can't be on live stream all day. So let's see what the chat has to say about this. Hello, Swanky. Welcome back to the live stream saying, hey, chat. Hey, Bri. Happy Tuesday. Yes, happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Also, $4 Pizookie Tuesday at BJ's. And this is why I'm on a diet, because I know the discount days at BJ's for Pizookies. Delay Llama Bob says peak US chart 81 and 56 on R&B. Thank you for looking that up for us. So they didn't really get that high up on there. I understand the arguments that the attorneys are making, but maybe I just feel personally attacked because I listened to the song when I was younger. I don't know. Amanda says, I was thinking this sounded like something that was settled a while back. Yeah, a judge dismissed this in 2018, calling the lyrics too broad. I tend to agree. This is a 3LW's appeal. So They actually dismissed the claim. They agreed to dismiss it without prejudice. And so this is a new bringing of the case. So it's not on appeal or anything like that. It's just a new filing of the complaint, which was filed I think this one was filed in 2017. The original one was filed in like 2000, when the song came out, right? No, maybe it was 2015. The original was filed in it. But yes, the original lawsuit for this did get dismissed without prejudice, which means that they could have brought it back again. So they decided to bring it back again, and here we are from 2017, February of 2017. So over 5 years they have been going at this. So yes, it has been brought again. Dasby says she might not have heard it. She said she only listened to country music. I understand. Dasby says radio play is indirectly payola. I don't know what you mean by that. Tanya D says, is indirect though? To me, that would be indirect. You could hear it on the beach, in the club. Well, she was 11, so she wasn't in the club. But maybe I find it hard to believe because I know the song, or I knew the song, right? I don't know. Amanda says, I went to high school in Texas. Never underestimate the ability of a caring parent to limit everything that sounds remotely like fun or popular to their kids. I just have to take your word for that. My parents just were not strict, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't know. That's beats Lily. I see a comment from Lily out here trying to give out the ages out here. I don't tell YouTube how old I am, Lee. They're gonna put my age together by what you said. Dasby says, I just mean radio is pay to play. The record label would have had indirectly given those local stations incentives to play it. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But she said she didn't even listen to the radio stations that would have played the song, because only 2 of the stations played pop at the time. That's what she said. Dasby says basically it's technically illegal for labels to pay directly. Amanda says to Daz Beats, I watched a documentary about the music industry and the pay-to-play radio and the death clause in artist contract is so fascinating. Not all the way familiar with that, but interesting. Hello. What's up? Thank you. Where are we going?
Oh, I told you. You can pick wherever.
Oh, I didn't look at my phone. Yeah. I've been doing this.
Chris.
Ooh, okay, let me finish live streaming. Jane says, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but she started out writing and performing country, only switched to pop after a few country albums. Makes sense. I'm not a fan, but I know a lot of people do that. They start off in country and then they shift over to the pop, and especially when they're like young girls. Lee says, I think to myself that I've never heard the song, but I was like 3 in 2001. Thanks. Dasby says, yeah, that's why they rotate the same songs over and over. That's true. Lee says, they don't know how many years are between us. That is true. Hello Smoky says, but we all know Bri is like 12 though. Oh, I am not 12. I am older than 12. I got double digits on 12. Hello Slinky says, trust me, we already know. Yeah, some people could have guessed already. I think I've given out the year I was born before. So I think some people might know. Lee says, don't get Bri's account banned. Yeah, don't get me banned, guys. Okay, so we finished what we wanted to cover as far as the motion to dismiss. Now, I have to give it to them. Taylor Swift's attorneys were pretty aggressive with this. I think they did a really good job. I definitely can see how their arguments can win. But honestly, I understand you can prevent your kids from hearing certain songs. But I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it, but it could very much so be true. This is just me being in my feelings about them saying the song wasn't popular and that I listened to it. No. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the declaration of Taylor Swift. So this is what Taylor Swift had to say regarding this song. It's not that long, so we might be able to get through the whole thing. I guess this is where she's going to tell us that she lived in Wyoming and all of the things. So Taylor Swift is over the age of 18 and had personal knowledge of the following. I am a professional, and I'm reading this as if I am Taylor Swift. I'm not going to do her voice because I don't know how to do it. But she says, I am a professional singer, songwriter, and recording artist. Since beginning my recording career, I have released 11 studio albums, including 2 re-recorded albums, and am honored to have won 11 Grammy Awards, an Emmy Award, 34 American Music Awards. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I was born on December 13, 1989. Oh, she's the same sign as me. Okay. In West Reading, Pennsylvania, my family and I lived in Shillington, Pennsylvania on a working Christmas tree farm. Wow. In a farmhouse. Okay. She is really trying to play up the fact that she has not been exposed to these things. My girl said, I lived on a tree farm. Okay. What's going on? Can you guys see me on YouTube? Something. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Back end stuff. Don't worry about it. Okay. So she lived on a tree farm. Christmas tree farm at that. When I was approximately 10 years old, my family moved to a rental house nearby Wyoming Hills in Berks County. Let's make this bigger. Sorry, I wanted to make me bigger, so I'll make the words bigger. Where are we at? I was enrolled in 4th grade at Wyoming Hills Elementary School. I sang all the time as a child and became involved in children's theater when I was 8 years old. I was approximately 12 when I began to write songs and took guitar lessons and dreamed of becoming a country music songwriter. I lived in Berks County until 2004 when I moved with my family to Hendersonville, Tennessee, to pursue a country music career in a nearby Nashville. I attended Henderson High School for a year and a half and then switched to homeschooling to accommodate my touring and recording schedule. While living in Shillington and Wyoming area, I listened to country music almost, highlight the word almost exclusively. And at the time, my biggest influences were country artists like Shania Twain, all of these people that she is listing. In my house, we played CDs and rarely played the radio. Oh, you guys are playing this up. Okay, rarely played the radio. In 2001, I guess you have CDs in 2001. Okay, whatever. I do not recall listening to any specific radio stations during that time, but when I listened to radio, it was generally country music. So your attorneys got out here and said that you didn't listen to those radio stations, but then you turned around and wrote saying that you don't know what radio stations you listen to. Okay, you can say it was country music, but maybe some of the stations overlap. I don't know. I'm always being skeptical. I did not watch the MTV show TRL, and I did not go to clubs during this time. Well, I hope you did not go to clubs. You were 11 years old. The only concerts I went to were country and folk rock singers like all of these people. My parents limited what I could watch and listen to and did not permit me to watch TRL until I was about 13 years old. They still could have played the song then. Unless they're saying that the song just completely fell off the radar after 3 months. I don't know about that because I don't think I would remember that song at that age if they just completely stopped playing the song. Maybe it was on BET. Who knows? Okay. My first album, Taylor Swift, was recorded in Nashville in 2005 and released in 2006. It consists solely of country music and includes my first hit single, Tim McGraw. As my career developed, I began incorporating elements of other music genres, including pop, into my music. Shake It Off is an up-tempo pop song and is the lead single on my 5th studio album, 1989. It was released as a single in August 2014 and was included on the album 1989, released in October 2014. All of her CD titles are like they just say who she is. She was born in 1989. Her song is called his first album is called Taylor Swift. Yeah. A little bit self-absorbed. Maybe. Okay. I co-wrote Shake It Off with Carl Martin Sandburg. professionally known as Max Martin, and Carl Schuster, professionally known as Shellback, at Conway Recording Studios in Los Angeles in 2014. We began writing the song after I discussed with Max Martin and Shellback that I wanted to write a song that would help me cope with stresses of my life and would also double as a song that would make people get up and dance. With that in mind, Shellback created a drum beat, and Max Martin, Shellback, and I began collaboratively improvising musical lines to the drum beat. I started improvising lyrics to the music, including music to the idea of shaking, both in a sense of shaking something off and shaking in terms of dancing. Okay, she's using a lot of words. The lyrics to Shake It Off were written entirely by me. So she said she wrote the whole song. A true and correct copy of the lyrics of Shake It Off attached to this declaration. Shake It Off is about independence and shaking off negative personal criticism through music and dance. In writing the lyrics, I drew partly on my experience in life, and in particular, unrelenting public scrutiny of my personal life, clickbait reporting, public manipulation, and other forms of negative personal criticism, which I learned I just needed to shake off and focus on my music. With Shake It Off, I wanted to provide a comedic, empowering approach to helping people feel better about negative criticism through music, dance, and personal independence, enabling one just to shake off the negative criticism. Thank you for that. She let us know why she wrote the song. The lyrics Shake It Off also draw from commonly used phrase. So you have to throw that in there to show that it's not unique for copyright infringement. So commonly used phrase and comments heard throughout my life. So you didn't listen to pop music that would say haters gonna hate and players gonna play, but you heard language of people saying haters gonna hate and players gonna play in middle school. Interesting. Okay. Prior to writing Shake It Off, I had heard the phrases player gonna play and haters gonna hate uttered countless times to express the idea that one can or should shrug off negativity, sorry. That's not what I used it for. I don't know. I recall hearing phrases about players play and haters hate stated together by other children while attending school in Wyomissing Hills and in high school in Hendersonville. So you're telling me you couldn't have heard the song there? Okay, let me stop getting on this. These phrases were akin to other commonly used sayings like "Don't hate the player, hate the game." Take a chill pill and say it, don't spray it. I drew on those commonly used player and hater phrases and creating the lyrics cause players gonna play, blah, blah, blah. I also recall hearing similar player and hater phrases in many songs, films, and other works prior to Shake It Off. For example, I was present at the 2013 Country Music where they heard The Outsider say it. In 2013, approximately a year before I wrote the lyrics to Shake It Off, I performed at the Billboard Music Awards wearing a bodysuit that incorporated a t-shirt emblazoned with the phrase haters gonna hate. A true copy of that t-shirt is attached. The t-shirt was purchased from a store, Urban Outfitters. I wore the bodysuit for the performance at the Billboard Awards because I was struck by the message that people prone to doing something will do it, and the best way to overcome is to shrug it off and keep living. I also included these phrases because musically they worked well over the beat we had created. The phrases "heartbreaker's gonna break, break, break" and "the faker's gonna fake" were included because they also fit the beat of the song. They loosely rhymed with the versions of player and hater phrases discussed above, and because they represented other forms of negativity that a person can shake off. Until learning about plaintiff's claim in 2017, I never heard the song Player's Gonna Play, and I never heard the song or the group 3LW. I guess if you never heard of the group, then I can give her a pass. But guys, if you are watching on the live stream or you're watching on the replay and you haven't hit the like button already, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and help us out in the algorithm. Okay, so she never heard of 3LW. Let's go on. None of the CDs I listened to as a child or after that were by 3LW. I have never heard the song Players Gonna Play on the radio, on television, or any film. The first time I ever heard the song was after the claim was made. I never seen a Players Gonna Play music video, never attended any concert where 3LW performed, and never attended any concert where the song Players Gonna Play was performed. I do not own any 3LW albums or singles or any recordings of Players Gonna Play. I do not own or have never listened to albums. Now that's what I call Music 6 or now what I call Music 7. I did not discuss Players Gonna Play or 3LW with anyone prior to this lawsuit. I have never subscribed to Billboard magazine and have never read anything in the magazine until after I moved to Nashville and became immersed in the music business. I do not recall ever meeting. Now she says she don't know the dude. Offensive. I do not recall ever meeting Sean Hall or Nathan Butler. I can and do confirm that Shake It Off was composed independently of Players Gonna Play, and she declares it under penalty of perjury. That was good. She put the things out there. What do you guys think about that? I guess that could be. She said she never heard of the group. Just because you never heard of the artist doesn't necessarily mean you never heard of the song, but she's pretty much put in that out there that she did not listen to that type of stuff. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say. And we may not get to BMF today. We might save that for a different day, but I also, like I said, last stream, I might be on another channel on Thursday. So if I am, I don't know for sure. So that's why I'm not telling you where I'm supposed to be. I don't know if we're going to do it for sure, but I'll tweet about it as soon as I get the confirmation that we are a go on the other channel. If we don't go on the other channel, I will also tweet that. Okay, so let's see what the chat has to say. Amanda says, U.S. Today wrote that the first one was dismissed without prejudice in 2017. This one is the second filing that was dismissed in 2018. And this is an appeal because in 2019, appeals court said was enough objective similarity. Let me see. I think I do remember it getting appealed, but I don't think it's on appeal right now. Yeah, we're back in the district court. So if in 2019 they sent it back down, then we are at the trial court again. So we're in the district court. So I do think I remember it being appealed originally, but now they have to go for, yeah, because that's when I covered the case is when it got, no, that's not when I covered the case, but it did get sent back down to the court. So right now it's technically not on appeal, but it had been appealed before. So thank you for correcting that, Amanda. Jane says, I've never heard the song before today. Yeah, see, some people never heard the song. I definitely did. Dab says she was a hardcore country singer for the first few years of her career and even moved to Nashville. I don't think she was checking for that type. And she put it in her declaration. It makes a lot more sense now after looking at her declaration. But like I said, if you're listening to the country music, that's going to be your little cultural background bringing up. If you're listening to pop and hip hop and rap and things like that, then that's going to be your cultural listening to that growing up. And the funny thing is I just watched a TikTok series on one of the members of 3LW. So like the song was kind of up in the back of my mind, or closer to the front of my mind, I guess I should say, more recently, because I did just watch that little series on TikTok. Hello Smoky says, I think we figured out your age mostly based on the cultural references you're familiar with and not familiar with, like Y2K. Oh, you were here for that? Yeah, I think that's when I gave out how old I was during the 2000s, but I know it now. Hello Smoky says, yep, we can see you. Okay. Mr. CKB says, nice lawyer written declaration with little to no input from the client, but she signed it and said yes. Yes, I agree with you there. I write my clients' declarations as well, but I also tell them confirm that the information is accurate. But some of the things she said in her declaration doesn't all the way line up with what the lawyers actually wrote in the motion. They kind of spun it a little harder than what she is claiming in her declaration. Jane says, I'm quite old and was very into alt rock, punk pop punk in the 2000s. Never heard the song or listened to it until today, which makes sense. I guess I wasn't of the age, but the group is mainly a Black group, so that's what was on my radio. Because I'm a Black girl, I guess. I don't know. Amanda says, had to go listen to the 3LW song because I couldn't remember if I had heard it or not. Don't find it too similar, but let's talk about the choreography that looks like late 90s, early 2000 teen video. Oh, you watched the video? Tanya says, yes, they had CDs in 2001. Yes, I know they had CDs in 2001, but I'm thinking like, did you not listen to I feel like I listened to the radio more than I listened to CDs in 2000. I know they had CDs in 2001. Okay. I got a CD player, let's see, in 2003 and got my first CD in 2003. So I know there were CDs in 2001. Don't try to play me, Tanya. Amanda says, OMG, they are making me feel old. Tanya says, right. I knew about CDs. I know about CDs. I know about cassette tapes too. No. Amanda says, honestly, after hearing the song and seeing the video, I don't remember this one at all. And I did watch TRL pretty consistently. Totally had a crush on Carson Daly. I think it's Daly. The shame. The shame. I don't even know who that is. Elizabeth Mullen said, I grew up listening to the first 3LW and remember this song. I find it absolutely ridiculous that anyone could file a copyright claim against Taylor Swift for that. Even the lyrics are common all over. Yes, the fact that the lyrics are common all over and the fact that I remember the song wrong, because I thought that they also said it multiple times. I think that it does have a similar feel to the rhythm, though, to tell you the truth. Maybe not the exact same thing, but it does have a similar feel to the rhythm to me, but I could just be biased. Amanda says, to be honest, based on the sound and structure of the song, it sounds a lot more like Tony Basil's Mickey. I don't know what that is. Elizabeth says, players gonna play and haters gonna hate are pretty common things to say. Yes, which I think that they conceded to. I know that's not the word I'm trying to use, but they basically agreed that that statement is commonly used. Okay. Amanda Cole says, oops, she said the phrase heartbreaker in the song. Someone called Pat Bonader, LOL, that names one of her songs. Yeah, and that's what's difficult about copyright. The fact that, like, if the wording is not unique, then you can't really copyright that part of the song. But the whole song, yes, of course. But just little phrases is a little harder to copyright. Man, they might just want some money. Daz V says, if 3LW has an old video clip of her dancing to that song at a school dance, they'll blow up the whole defense. Exactly. It would. Amanda says, not to be mean, but at that time in music, there were a ton of girls and boy groups, and a lot really sounded similar, had similar looks. That was a very formulaic time in pop music. It sounded so similar. Yes, I definitely agree with you there. There were a lot of groups that sung the same type of songs, the same choreograph, the same outfits, all of the things, right? Elizabeth says, I will say I don't remember that specific song being their most popular. If I remember correctly, Baby I'ma Do Right was their big hit from that album. And see, that song doesn't even ring a bell to me in my head. So I don't even know what that one would be. Amanda says, I agree. I remember the name of the band and that they had a popular song or two, but I didn't remember this one specifically. This one is pretty basic, nothing super catchy. And so another thing with 3LW, they didn't last that long. And two of them ended up being the Cheetah Girl. So you probably know the Cheetah Girl song better than you know 3LW songs, honestly. Dasby says, weren't you like 3 years old in 2003? How'd you get a CD player at that age? I was not 3 in 2003. My little sister just said she was 3 in 2001. How would I be 3 in 2003? You guys are trying to come for me today. I was older than 3, okay? And some people get kids radios for when they're young. My 4-year-old niece has a karaoke machine that does USB plug up. So I'm sure even if I was 3, I could also have a radio back then, a CD player back then too. Y'all are trying to come for me. Y'all are really trying to come for me. Elizabeth says, only reason I remember it is because I had the album. Yeah. See, I saw that name of the song pop up recently when I was watching the little series, but the song just doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't pop in my head. Jane says, Bri, you don't know the song Mickey. You have to look it up. It was great. Watch the vid. Not Hey Mickey, you're so fine. Not that song, right? Desby says music is still formulated. LOL. Makes sense. Yeah, it is. Amanda says, OMG, stop what you are doing and look up Mickey by Tony Basil and Pat Benatar. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And being inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame this year with Duran Duran. Yeah, no, I have no idea what that is. And I can't play it on the YouTubes because they will strike me. And I'm not trying to get struck today. Okay. So I said, oh, you said, yes, it is that song. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. Yes, I know that song. It's on Bring It On. Like, now, I did watch Bring It On. All of them. I've watched all the Bring It Ons. So, yes, I definitely know that song. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to get into the BMF stuff today just because, one, I am tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I honestly think I'm coming down with COVID. I had it last summer I think I had it last summer and similar symptoms are coming up for me. So I think I have it and I'm like, my head does not feel that well. It's been a long week with working. So we'll probably save the Black Mafia Family for a different day if you guys are still interested in that case. Like I said, I will probably be on another channel on Thursday and I will definitely tweet about it once I get confirmation of if it's going forward and what topic we will be talking about. As a little hint, it is a Lady Law Tubers channel. So I will let you guys know via Twitter where I will be on Thursday. And I believe if I go on that channel, it'll be at 5 p.m. instead of our normal 4:30 p.m. So just be on the lookout on that. I'm also going to post it on YouTube once I find out the topic. And again, if it's going forward. So let's see here. We have Amanda saying, okay, we are going to have to talk about Duran Duran, girl. Okay, I'll have to look it up to see if I'm even on the right track. Matching birthdays for happiness saying, hi, Bri, I'm late. It's okay, but we are about to end, so you are kind of late today, but it's okay. There's always a replay over here on the BRI-HIVE, or it's not called the BRI-HIVE, but Boss Attorney Bri channel. Tanya says, Bri, we need to talk. I need to school you on the MTV artists and how to say their names. Hey, if I have time, like I said, we can do our Zoom. We're going to do a Zoom live stream. So you guys can come for me in real life on the live stream. If you're a member of the channel, the members of the channel are going to be the people invited onto the Zoom call. So Tanya is a member of the channel, so she will most likely be there if she is available that day. And some of our other moderators should be there. Not moderators, but members of the channel should be there as well. So if you guys are interested in putting your opinions on the YouTube live, like in person, feel free to become a member of the channel. It's $5 a month. When we hit 25 members, then we will do the members a live stream on Zoom. We all can have fun, maybe play a name, play a game. I'm looking at people coming for me in the chat while I'm trying to talk. We'll play a game, or maybe we'll talk about artist names, apparently, because I can't pronounce anything right? Amanda says to Tanya, her not knowing, let's see, Duran, I'm seeing it's I'm about to get off live stream because y'all are really coming for me. Okay. It's the most traumatic as the day I saw the 30th anniversary edition of Labyrinth on Blu-ray. I had to go sit in my car for a few minutes. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Pikachu says hi to the BRI-HIVE. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Eb M says, oop, the shade. Right, right. It's just Tuesday. Can we let it get to Thursday before y'all start coming for me? Elizabeth says, wait, pronunciations Duran. And then we have Pat Benatar. I think my mom listened to Pat Benatar. Elizabeth says, you're good, just trying to help. No, it's okay. I still love you though. Exactly. It's all love here on the BRI-HIVE. I take no offense. I know I cannot pronounce things. I know that, you know, being live, it's hard being live. You forget what you're about to say while you're saying it, but you're live, so you have to figure it out. But yeah, being live is hard. So I'll see how you guys hold up when you get on the live with me, okay? So like I said, we'll save BMF for a different day. I'll keep you guys posted on where I will be on Thursday. And I am about to go get ready for my date so I can eat because I've been on a diet and I'm hungry. But I will let you guys know where we will be at on Thursday. And I hope to see you there, dropping some bees and sunflowers if we're on a different channel. So thank you for joining us live or